Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a productive play on first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Oh, he's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the left side. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they look like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll leave it with him. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Slings it downfield. Finds a man on the right. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Hill. Powers through the defender. Still on his feet at the 45. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back got thumped, and that happened fast. That linebacker got in there so quick.
And the most important thing for the back, when you see that coming, make sure that football is riveted to your rib cage.
You lose the football, you lose the ability to carry the football. Coaches are going to give that squarely to somebody else.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out fast. At the 20, he's got space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Setting up the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. The big fullback's got it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
How about it? They give it to the muscle on 4th down. The big fullback, try to let him plow his way for the 1st down. The defense was having none of it. Stopped on 4th down. 1st down going the other way.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your back.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Florida 7, Alabama 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Number 9.
When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game.
Brings it down on the right side. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
The Gators get it past the sticks.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the 1st down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the 1st down.
Running back goes in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Coming out with it, it's Adams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Trying play action. He's looking deep. Brings it in down the left side. Running toward the tape. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to throw. It's Flagway. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Trying to find his man on first down. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
using his legs to buy some time. And it's caught! Touchdown, Gators! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Alabama 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
First and 10.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got room on the return. Bulldozes him. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. Giving him his pads. Makes a move. He's on the loose. They were lucky to get him out of bounds. What a return as he almost took it for the touchdown. Here comes that Alabama offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Now on second down. Corner's going to give them room. Going over the top. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He wants to take the top off. And here's the third interception of the night. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Florida. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to... He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Going up top on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Throws toward the end zone. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Trying to fight their way back into this thing, down 16 and about to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Lets it fly. Snatches it on the right. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Gator! And the stomping has commenced. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra 1st down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly
reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
I I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter of space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. He's loose. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Now the play fake. Unloads it downfield. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll take another shot here. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Fights off the defender. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued.
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense in plays like this, because defensively, you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs to dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time, nobody on defense had the answer.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. The give to the left side. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Florida, 52. Alabama, 22.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. A strike downfield. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Miller with the ball. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the...
Looking for a deep man. And it's a pick. No, he's out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds after catching the ball. It's simply an incomplete pass.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Coming after him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the ball is intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's his fourth interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Add them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Nice move to keep running. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Inside the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The option look. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Let's it fly. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UTSA is going to walk off the field there inside the Alamo Dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. To the air, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz, in coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got an open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And his offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Gets away. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Gators have a first down.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
Loss of 4. Brings up.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Going downfield for the big play. And he's got it inside the 35. Can anyone catch him? Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile down.
We're at the midway point of the season, and after